Hey, here we are. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Geek Peek Live. We had a few technical issues. Well, I say that I had a few technical
It's entirely
issues.
you.
Everybody else was like really politely waiting in the studio, and I was finishing a call with a client, like desperately trying to close them off. And then thought it'd be fine, so I'll just jump in the studio and everything will work. And of course, nothing worked. And here we are. So, hi, friends. Thanks for joining us. I am very excited today because I think this is the first Geek Peek where we've had 4 people. This is exciting. This is cool. And I feel like, Amelia, this is the first time we've had cat ears feature. So, round of applause for you already. Like, epic.
There we go.
Then.
Maybe not the last.
I love them so much. So, shall we do like a grown-up introduction, like we're trying to be professional, and then we can just get down to the swears and the lols. Let's go Emma first. Emma Jamil, she of the HR Big Meat fame. Introduce yourself, friend. Tell the audience who you are and where you're from.
Thanks, Sarah. I'm from Kent. You said this was the professional bit.
Yeah.
Hashtag have you met me?
This is why I love you so much.
Hi everyone, my name's Emma. I'm from I don't know why I'm talking like that. Can I start this all over again?
Yeah, we'll just cut it. It's fine. It's not live.
No one's going to see it. So I'm Emma, and I am off of the HR Big Meat fame, which is essentially an event with a similar ethos to yours, Michelle, in that we want to make rooms and spaces for people where you can come together and just be yourself and drop the professional mask, because have you met us? Yes, aside from the event, I also coach women in HR to do this thing called HR much more sustainably, because it's hard work, y'all.
Word. Love this. Thank you. I'm very excited to have you here. Off of, and I know I've said this to you before, but like off of you paving the way for the rest of us to do awesome HR meets, like you started it, you led the charge. So I'm very excited that you're here with us today. So thank you, friend.
Right.
And also my TikTok challenges, friend. I feel like we've done some TikTok challenges that
have yes, we've got to do more of that. It's too much fun.
Agreed. And Lindsay, shall I come to you next, since you're next on my screen?
Cool. Hello everybody, I'm Lindsay. I oh god, what do? I do so many things. I'm employed, I'm self-employed, I'm a parent governor, just my world is crazy. But I have recently passed my mediation, so I'm now a registered workplace mediator. So that's where the main focus of my self-employed business is, but I also deliver management training and coaching as well, predominantly for managers. So that's me.
Love this. I love that you're also repping the pink today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes. Well, with the shinies as well.
Love
and
it.
The tiger like.
Yes. Animal print is our thing, isn't it? It's like our thing. It's a geek thing. Last, very much not least, she of the cat ears, Amelia. Do you want to do a little intro to yourself?
Yeah, I don't actually think I own anything pink. I'm really sorry. I'm Amelia Bradshaw. I used to be really active on LinkedIn, but then I got really lazy, so I need to start doing that again. I've got 25 years of experience in HR, mainly in tech companies. But if you look at my CV, it only says 15 because ageism. I set up my own consultancy called Amiga HR, helping with startups and scale-ups, but I'm actually looking for a perm role now. So if anyone wants someone who's a bit witchy and will be really good at leading a HR function, come and talk to me. And I promise I don't have a rude picture of Pan back there that I blurred out on a scarf.
This is why I love you. Like perfect geek material all day long. I love it. Thank you very much. And I love that you're wrapping the cat ears. I meant to put mine on, but they're like on my, you've seen this, but I've got like a notice board of dreams that sits like here, and it's all my happy things. that just sit on my notice board. And like Emma, I think you sent me a key ring once, and that's on the board. And like various lanyards from events are on the board. And my cat ears are right at the top. They're obviously now giving me the evil eye. Right at the top, like looking down at me. And I don't dare unbalance the board live trying to get my cat ears down. So next week I will do the cat ears. So we've got on this call, we've got a really good mix because we have Emma Jamil, who has been a speaker at TGTT and attended. We've got Lindsay Scott, who's been, is this your second time this year or third time?
Second time this year, yeah.
Second time this year. And then Amelia, you've never been before.
No.
Super fresh. So we've got a good rounded mix of everybody. So I will start with Amelia. Like, what made you want to come this year?
I couldn't come last year. I can't remember exactly why. I think like I had, I don't know, some meeting or some interview, and I just had this real kind of like FOMO totally.
Yes.
I joined the Geeks kind of around about that time, actually, with a recommendation from Dottie Day.
Nice.
Shout out to Dottie. And I just immediately felt like, this is my place. These are my people. And instantly I knew that I kind of wanted to come to the next one. And just, yeah. That's why.
This. I love this. And Emma and Lindsay will know this, but one of my slides that I do every year is like, I want you to create a FOMO so toxic that people are crying because they haven't got a ticket. Like, so you are that person. And Lindsay, what about you? What's well, because you've had like also like journeys between the two events, and are you hosting a table this year? Are you ambassadoring? I feel like you're doing something this year.
No, not this year. No, not this year. Next year maybe. I've been following you for a while, like stalking you, and probably Emma for a little while on LinkedIn. And I knew about the Geeks, and I had a bit of an awful time around April last year and trying to find some way of picking myself up. And I thought, sod it, I'm going to come. And it was the best decision ever. Like I said on my post about today, it was like literally walking into like the biggest hug ever. And I probably could have burst into tears more times in that event, just knowing that I'd found the people that got it and found the people that I knew would have my back in any situation, that I could walk up to anybody and just kind of go, do you feel like this? And they'll go, yeah.
Do you hate managers too?
Do you hate people too? Yes. So and now it's going to be something forever in my calendar in September, and I don't think I'd dare ever not be part of the Geeks because it's such a great environment. It really is. Kudos to yourself.
Thank you very much, friend. No, I love this, and I love that you described the event as like just the nicest, like biggest hug when you walk in, because that is absolutely my full intention with the event. Because like I believe it or not, I am quite a socially anxious human, and I get really funny about going to big events. Like I get really nervy. Same. And I remember when Emma did their first HR big meet, and I loved it, like, and I wanted to go. But again, I made sure that we had loads of geeks with us, so that I wasn't on my own. We did like geek dinner the night before, so I felt like I'd seen some faces, and then we all went out on the lash afterwards. But like because of that like social anxiety, it kind of drives me to almost like connect more or differently even before an event. And you'll know from going to the HR big meet, we all rock up with our cat ears. And the last one, did you do 3 or 2? 2 and 1 online, Emma, wasn't it? At the last in-person big meet, we all rocked up with our cat ears, and so many people were like, who's the cat ears? And we're like, oh, it's the Geeks. And it's just a great way for us to recognise each other, if nothing else. Like, I love it. I think I took a picture partway through the day, because I was near the back, because I was too busy chatting and I couldn't get to a seat, so I was quite near the back at the big meet. And I took a picture of the stage, and all I could see were little neon cat ears everywhere. It's like, oh, this is so cute. But yes, the principle of like feeling welcomed and having that like hug feel, welcome feel, belonging feel is intentional on my part, because of all the times I've been to events and just felt like, oh God, people are just staring at you over their coffee, or people aren't like welcoming and friendly. They sort of kind of half turn away because they're getting a croissant and they don't want to talk to you. Like, and so I deliberately wanted it to feel like this is easy, this is nice. I love doing this. So that's absolutely intentional. So I love that you felt that. So thank you. And what about you, Emma Jamil? What do you think about TGT, both as a speaker and an attendee last year?
Well, I think it's like it's what you're saying, isn't it? Really, the experience of coming in, experience of coming into events in the past as an HR professional, I felt it's been very superficial, very like, oh, who's got the best HR initiative? Like competitive and I'm the kind of person who I want to know your life story. Like, don't connect with me superficially. Like, can we just talk about some stuff? So any space that allows that to happen is brilliant. And what better example of someone coming in and saying it felt like a massive hug, because like kudos to you as well, Lindsay, for coming and doing that and putting when you needed a perk, actually taking the time out to come and experience that. It would have been so easy to not do that and convince yourself that you haven't got the confidence or you haven't got the time or like but you actually did that and came along. I think that's like really quite special. Done that.
I did a post the other day that said like it was easier not to come, because so many people say that to me. Like I came on my own and I was brave because it would have been easier not to come. Like I love that it encourages people to come anyway, even though it would have been easier not to come at all. I love that. Are you going to add something, Lindsay? Sorry, I talked over you because I was excited.
No. I was just going to say, like, from that day, like you say, Emma, just pushing myself out of the boundaries and walking into a room of, I didn't know anybody in that room. The only person I knew was Kirsty and Michelle. And yeah, one of the first people I met was Johnny Malbec.
Oh, Johnny Malbec.
Fabulous. And Joe. And they were so welcoming. It was it was just brilliant. And from that event, it's really pushed me out of my comfort zone to kind of go, I can do this. I've got this. I'm going to be okay. And now I've met so many people like in Kirsty's arena and so many more. And just walking into rooms and being comfortable. Just being there and knowing that I can be there. So yeah, thank you so much for that.
Oh, I love this so much. And I love the first people you met with Johnny Malbec and Joe, because they're also like the most hilarious geeks you could ever meet. So I love that you met like geeks celebs the moment you walked in.
Yeah.
I love that. Danny Wareham has asked a question. Is Emma providing a full live DJ/Swifty experience at the Geek Together? Emma?
I mean, we can talk terms.
I love this. Danny, we will be having a DJ at the event, but it's at the after party. So this is really bad. So Debbie, the DJ, who I love, who does Emma's events, can't make the Geek Together because she's on holiday. How rude. I found a different DJ from the event. However, I'm worried that it might be like middle-aged man Bob from up the road who's going to be really sweaty and horrible and not be like people. So I've gone back and said, can I please have a website or a picture for your recommended DJ just so I can investigate? Thanks.
Don't knock the 80s bangers that he's going to put out. Come on. He might come in a really cheesy,
a really cheesy old school DJ that's like, come on, scream if you want to go faster. Like, no, that is not our style of DJ.
Are we not doing Superman and everything?
See, I did. You know what? When we were in the car, this is a very, very ADHD tangential aside. We were in the car the other day, and that song was playing. You know, the Black Lace one that's like Superman.
Yeah.
And we were literally doing it in the car, and honestly, we're in a car park, and people were looking at us like, "What?"
I love car dancing. I think car dancing is the best thing you can do in your life ever.
Yeah, especially when the police go past.
Yeah. Even better. So Emma, you're not, and I think this is right. You're not coming this year, are you? Are you on holiday as well?
I'm not coming on. I'm not coming this year. Because I've already committed to going away in October, and my daughter proper guilt trips me. Like, I don't go away that often, but honestly, it's like I'm never here, even though I do every pickup, every bloody drop off. Like, she's just like, why do you keep leaving? So, yeah,
that's fine, friend. You will be a victim of the FOMO like Amelia was last year. And it will be horrendous. Maybe stay off LinkedIn that day. It might be safer. What are you excited for, Amelia, for this event? Have you got any particular speaker you're looking out for, or just the loves?
Oh God. I'm not excited for the haunted hotel. So I've been told about that. I think, the speakers. I'm excited to see how many unicorns I can count. So I think that's going to be up there. But
that will definitely be a thing.
I think the vibe and the energy of the room, I think that's going to be great.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I don't know if you think this, Lindsay, but I feel like it's genuinely like our WhatsApp, but in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I'll walk past someone and I'll hear some kind of conversation, something ridiculous will be mentioned, and I'll be like, "Yeah, got you." It's just literally like our WhatsApp in real life. Like, someone will come in and need a hug, someone will come in and have a shit day at work, someone will come in and want some HR advice, and you're like, "Oh yeah, just like the WhatsApp, brilliant."
Yeah, it is. It's totally like that, but it's so much. I think there's so much positive energy in the room because people are with their people.
Yes.
And it's just everybody is. It's I can only describe it as like toddlers being let out into a candy store and everybody's like going, "This is the best day ever."
That is totally it. Yeah. I love that. Someone did call it. Well, we've had two descriptions I quite like. One is an HR hen do, and the other is HR Christmas, which I really enjoy. I enjoy both of those. Like, I feel like HR Christmas
I think
is like a bit of me, because I'm now November excited, and I've got butterflies and I'm thinking about it and I'm quite excited. But the hen do, because obviously we have members of the Geeks who enjoy bringing penis-shaped things along. That will also probably feature like an actual hen do, so that's going to be very interesting, I think.
Yeah. I can see this.
Yeah. I think it's Claire Donald, although she's coming up as a LinkedIn user. Hi, Claire. She said, as long as the DJ will play Agadoo for John Earl. Now, there is a story about this. At the start, when you register for Geek Together, I ask for a couple of things. Like, I ask for your favourite song and your favourite sweets and your LinkedIn image. And they're all for different, the wanky term is activations. They're all for different activations through the day. But I ask your favourite song because I then add them to a playlist I send to you afterwards, and it's what we play all day. So you get to hear, at some point through the day, everybody will get to hear their favourite song, which I really love. And when we do canapes and drinks at the end, that's when we'll do a big, the whole album will probably get played. But last year, John Earl messaged me before the event and said, "You're going to love my song." And I was like, am I though? Am I? And so I don't really see the event registration details. I don't see it in detail till really close to the time. So I was like, oh, here we go. So I asked the events company to send me the registration details, and he's bloody put Agadoo in. And of course, because I'm like a genuine human, I'm like, well, it's got to go in the album. So now it's in our album from last year. And every time I play the year 2 album in my car, which I love to play, I'm constantly being harassed by Agadoo. So thanks, John Earl. That's you too.
It sticks in your head. It's one of those earworms.
Yes, it is a classic, to be fair. Yeah, it is a classic. What do you think the HR profession, say profession loosely because we're in it, what do you think the HR profession needs most? Emma, I'm going to start with you. What do you think the HR profession needs most? You can couch it in events if you want, or just in general. I mean, wine is one, obviously.
I mean, how long have we got? What do we need the most? Oh, I don't know where to start with that question. There's just so much. What do we need the most? Why am I finding it difficult to answer that question? Because there's just too many.
I thought it was a gift of a question for you.
I know. It's because there's just so much in my head, right? So What do we need the most? We need spaces that we can be ourselves. We need spaces that we can talk about the reality of what we're going through in our role. We need people who tell it how it is and give us the space to also do the same. We need support. We need to be listened to. We need to ask for help. We need to take help. Like, which one of those do I prioritize? Though I don't know. That's why I don't know how to answer that question.
We need budget.
There's just so much, right? But the thing probably that we need the most, actually, for ourselves, is to acknowledge that we're humans in HR.
Yes,
not job
100.
title.
Yes.
And that requires us taking the time for ourselves, to know what motivates us, to know what really jingles our bells, what our strengths are, what triggers us, how we process our emotions. All of that comes under the banner of just how do we be a human in this profession that expects so much from us.
I think it's almost like we need a TGGT, but for like our stakeholders, where they can come and like understand like the carnage that is the HR role. Like it's almost like they need to come and we don't want them to come to us because that's not a thing, but like have their own. They could be kept away from us, but also understand like the reality of the job. It's almost like you want to do like a documentary about the event to then say, well, this is what HR needs and this is what we're not getting in our organizations. Like one of the main like the pillars, I suppose, like the main things for me about creating the event is I want HR people to experience belonging and inclusion, because we don't. Like, how often are we like held at arm's length, shut in a different room, not involved in key meetings, not involved in important decisions? Like, and so I wanted it so that everybody could experience it for themselves, so then you know how to then go and create it in your organizations. And I just think a lot of what you said, Emma, kind of fits nicely with that, doesn't it, in terms of like the belonging space, the inclusion space, a kind of almost like basic respect space. That's one of my like corporate exits, was like, I don't know why I'm getting really upset about asking for basic respect. Like, I just want you to not scream at me in my office. Thanks. So,
it's just something that comes with the territory, though, isn't it? Is that like, oh, well, that's what you deal with as an HR person? Well, no, that's not actually what you should be dealing with. But we get that stuff is happening everywhere in our workplaces, but we are in this really unique position of receiving it from like both ends, right? We receive it from the people that we're trying to like help and support and create the great conditions for, and then we're experiencing it from the leaders who are like, no, don't do that. Why would we want to do that? Nothing good can come from that. So it's just a very unique role that is misunderstood. Whether it's misunderstood or actually no one even cares, I don't know. I'm not sure anyone's trying to understand my nature.
I think
I'm with you on that.
Do kind of care about it when they see it as their responsibility. So I think, well, just from my experience, I've always found that when they see something as HR's responsibility, they kind of diminish it. But everything that is sort of that they deem as strategic, they very much see as kind of leadership, managerial, C-suite. And even if HR makes a decision on that, they will deliberately almost sometimes misunderstand it or diminish HR's contribution towards that. So, very much pushing HR back into that. Well, you didn't really contribute to that. You were just administrative. And it's that, just that lack of respect that comes from that.
Yeah, the amount of times I did a lot of my, not all of my HR career, but a lot of my HR career in like manufacturing, engineering environments, which I loved because they're ridiculous. But the amount of times I used to get from senior leaders, but you don't touch the product. You're not value add to me. I was like, that's the most horrendous thing you can say to a human, let alone somebody who's working with all the people in your organization. Like, it was horrible. Yeah, loads of times we'd hear that. Awful. What about you, Lindsay? What do you think HR needs?
I think like building on what everybody has said, and you kind of sort of was saying the stuff that was going around my head as Emma was talking, is that it's almost like when HR's within an organization, they're not really in it. Like they're floating along the side of it. And there's just this big misconception about what we do. And until leaders and business owners actually fundamentally understand that HR can benefit your business to grow your business and is strategic, as Amelia's alluded to, the same as finance, the same as marketing, the same as IT, then we're always going to be on the outskirts. We're always going to be there. If you bring us in and let us show our passion, show our knowledge, show our experience, then great stuff tends to happen. And fundamentally, we're about the people in your business. You know, if you don't have people in your business, you don't have a business. Yeah. So why is HR deemed to be not fundamental to your business?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like it's kind of like so logical to me that it doesn't make sense when you're bashing an organization about the people in your organization.
Yeah.
It's kind of
this
like,
cat's just broken in, by the way, so sorry if you can hear her shouting at me. she's gonna get booted in a minute. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And yeah, you're right about, I always feel like arm's length HR is always the way, isn't it? Like, of course, you can't, like, one of my things always was, well, I can't have friends at work because I'll probably have to walk around the car park one day. Like, so then there's another like layer, isn't it, of like keeping you out of the organization, even in just general terms, which I think is sad.
I think part of it is that we hold people accountable, and therefore that's the arm's length thing. It's just like,
I don't like this now.
I can't be close to that. I can't have HR strategically because then I have to be accountable for something.
Yeah, very good point. I like that. Yeah, it's true. We hold their feet to the fire. They don't like it.
But they really don't like it.
I had to put Mandy's comment, Amelia. Sorry I'm late to the party. Loving the cat ears, Amelia. So you got a special shout out there for Mandy.
That's okay. I've got some whiskers coming as well, but we won't talk about those.
I mean, yeah, I waxed mine today, so yes, same. What about you then, Amelia? What do you think the profession needs, or HR needs in general terms, or events, if you like?
I think agreement from businesses on what we do. So unpopular as this may be, I'm a fan of racy. So, you know, everyone hates racy, but I think we need
racy.
Oh, thank you, Emma. I think we need to properly agree what actually HR is responsible for, what we have permission from the business to actually do. And otherwise, as I said a minute ago, we are just working in this really ambiguous place where we're trying to fix and improve things. And we're just in this space where we never really get agreement to get things done. Nobody really understands our function properly. Just everyone completely agree what we are responsible for, agree that culture is not completely controlled by HR. It's controlled by the business. Or not controlled by the business. It's everybody's responsibility. We can advise and guide on it, but it's not, culture is HR's fault. And recruitment, yes, you get specialist talent people to do that. In really small companies, you can get HR and talent done by the same person, but generally, you need specialists for different things. And just get everything properly understood. Otherwise, a business is there and HR just gets blamed for things rather than allowing us to operate properly.
Yes,
that's my rant.
I totally get this. No,
I
you're so right. Well, no, but I think literally as I left my last corporate, one of the things I said to my team was, I just feel like I've been the emotional punch bag for 7 years and I'm just exhausted. Like, I can't keep doing it. And it just really landed with me when, I think maybe because I'd been there for a long time, they've got into this habit of like, you need to fix this, you do this, here's a thing, more things, more, and it just became awful. Like, as you say, responsibility for culture is just ridiculous. Although we did have quite a nice measure of engagement that I'm taking credit for. And revenue increase as well, actually. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm a big fan of Andrew's. I'm a big fan of Andrew's comment that he just put in. Have you seen it? Such a good comment, Andrew.
Oh, hang on, that's getting a flash, Andrew.
It has to get a flash.
Turn up expected to be listening to, as do marketing, as do tech. Too many HR people expect to be told or asked to contribute strategically, as a lot is our mindset, not just out of our leaders. Yes.
Hard agree.
Yes.
I do think sometimes we buy into the narrative that we have to prove our value and that we have to like show what we're worth, and that for me that always comes down to the energy that you show up with. So if you're going into a meeting and you're like, I have to prove my value in this meeting, then you are already going in from a place of lack. You're already going in from like not really owning your expertise. If you were to show up, like Andrew's saying, as the expert, the people expert, how would you be showing up differently? Completely differently, probably. You'd be like, no, hang on, that's not flying. You'd be so direct because you're like, no, I 100% own the fact that I'm the expert in this field. Like, and that's not arrogant. I think a lot of people, I work specifically with women in HR. HR is predominantly has women in the roles. Like, we don't like to come across as arrogant or awkward or emotional or difficult. So that we can really temper the things that we're saying. And I do think that sometimes then that impacts on our confidence, it impacts on the value that we believe that we bring. And then you're constantly showing up with this energy, whether you're trying to be the person who's got the authority or not, it's going to be there in your energy, just in how you come across. So
yes,
really
I love this. Don't show up with lack. I like that a lot.
Don't show up with lack.
Yeah, I'd like to build on that, but I've noticed in spaces where HR are humiliated at that level as well.
Oh my word, yes.
But no other department is. Nobody like calls out the imperfections of finance. Nobody calls out when IT do something wrong, but they're the first to jump on HR in public. And
yes,
that's
volume.
what then contributes to the having to prove yourself every time you step into a meeting.
Yeah, totally get that. And it's only like you can only take so many of those like scenarios, can't you, where you show up and you get like beaten down, humiliated, shouted at, like and where you do end up then, exactly like Emma said, you do kind of end up then going in with a like a mindset of like lack, because actually you've been kind of beaten down to think that. Like, it's just horrible.
And I do think this can be where I got to the point in my HR career where I was like, why am I constantly, everything that I do feels like I'm like managing behavior, whether it's an employee's behavior, manager's behavior, everything that I'm involved with is behavior management. So how do I learn about what creates behavior? Well, I'm going to learn neuroscience, because you can't get much more root cause than how your brain operates when you're faced with situations, right? So for me, now knowing what I know about how the brain works, I'm like, something's triggering people. I know it's not nice being on the receiving end of it, like I'm not taking that away at all, but something is triggering that person to do their behavior to you, right? So, and what is that likely to be if you're a leader who's having a go at someone? Well, it's likely that leader is scared, they are worried about something, their ego's been bruised, and they need an outlet, right?
Yeah.
So and that doesn't have, their behavior doesn't have anything to do with me. And I really think that's something as HR professionals, if we just wore that as a suit of armor, other people's behavior, unless we're going around calling people twats all the time, our behavior doesn't have, their behavior doesn't have anything to do with us. It's all about their internal model of the world. And that could be so freeing, because then you're just like, oh, I don't have to take response. You shouting at me is your thing. Like, if you want to behave like that, cool, go ahead. But that's not me. And that's like, I'm talking on the back end of like 15 years of personal development, having been completely destroyed by the profession.
If
we can learn that to start off with, like, that for me. So maybe, I feel like coming into the profession, we could do with so much more awareness about how people operate, about where behaviour comes from, so that we don't have to internalise it. That's the problem, I think, is that we don't have the awareness. No one's giving us the awareness. So we're like, well, it must be me then, because you know. But actually, it's the result of dealing with stuff that's emotive, feelings-based, because we're the ones dealing with humans.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, no, I love that.
Can I ask a question around that? So a lot of times the HR person, if they are even on the leadership team, will report maybe not into the CEO, they'll report into the CFO or the COO, whereas all the other people will report into the CEO. And I think, that does diminish kind of the authority that the HR leader has. I just was interested in your thoughts in that, the dynamics of that situation.
I mean, mine is always about HR should report into the CEO if it's going to be a strategic part of the organisation. If we believe in it and we know it's doing all these great things, then it should report to the CEO, just like every other leadership team member that's in the senior leadership team. That's what I would say. I don't know if you've got a different view, Emma, but I would say always into the CEO, or always on a par with their peers, is what I would say.
Yeah. And again, if you're in the organisation where they're structuring it like that, then it tells you everything about the organisation, right? And I think if we had the confidence, the really owned our expertise, and we'd be like, well, that place isn't for me then. I think it can work. I used to report into the CFO, and he's like the one CFO I actually got on with, and it was brilliant. And he actually opened many doors for me in terms of being a real advocate. So it can work. Very rarely, I'd say. But I think it says, like I say, I think it says everything about wherever they choose to place you. That tells you everything about their whole ethos to people and the function. You're going to have the experience based on where you're put, I think.
Yeah. No, totally agree.
It's also job titles as well, because I've noticed in some organisations, even if you're on a par, you'll have like director of finance, director of IT, and then you'll have head of.
It's
just like, well, what's it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely got it's one of the things, you get these ideas that roll around your head. Like one of the ideas that's rolling around in my head is like, I wonder if some of it is that HR as a function has a bit of a PR problem. Like we're not very good at talking about how flipping epic we are, because we're so used to leading from the back, not necessarily taking full credit, or not shouting about what we've done, or because what we've done is top secret, only 3 people in the organisation know about it. So I think we do have a bit of a PR thing going on that perhaps functions like marketing, finance, IT don't necessarily have. It's almost like they've got something that's very tangible and provable and talk aboutable. Like IT, you have IT metrics, you have IT kits, you have infrastructure, jobs are good and I can point at things and things work or not, as the case may be. Finance, I have metrics and reports and structures and things I can point at. Like marketing, I can point at ROI on our marketing and therefore what sales we get. It's not as easy. It is possible, but it's not as easy for HR. So I think that's where we have kind of lost that PR bit of what we do, or maybe it's the commercial mindset thing about I'm people, not numbers, and therefore I won't necessarily kind of be commercial in how I operate within the function. But it's something that I did in my program today was commercial business partnering. People just don't get it, I think, or not many people demonstrate it, and therefore not many people learn it. It's not a story that's passed down from HR person to HR person, is it? I don't think.
I kind of think it's great that you have all these metrics, but what's the harm in not having them? We're dealing with people, as Emma's alluded to, you understand the brain, you understand how people operate. Nothing's going to be consistent. The only application that can be consistent is the application of what we do. So if we're so focused on the numbers relating to people, it's never going.
numbers. Yeah.
It's never going to make sense, or you're never going to sit in front of a CEO and kind of go, I did this and here are all the numbers. What you see it more than you can represent it. And it's kind of getting leaders into that mindset to kind of go, we have to approach this differently, because everybody's different. Everybody presents differently. Everybody has different skills. Everybody can ROI different. It's never going to be, for IT, it's not this digital set of numbers, and for finance, it's this report and It's never going to be like that. So until somebody in those leadership positions accept that, I think we're always going to get shoved aside, and no matter how commercial we want to be. So we just have to sit there and kind of go, we're people. It's people. It's never going to be what you want it to be unless you put time, effort, understanding, and the emotional intelligence into your role to understand what you need to do with our people.
Yeah,
no, I really like point. Like the emotional intelligence point, that doesn't often.
I knew that was going to get you.
Where is that though? Where is it? Come on, where is it?
It doesn't exist.
This is a problem, right? People go into leadership, they don't understand themselves, they don't understand other people, they think they can do it because everyone thinks they're a decent person. Predominantly people are decent people, but you make decisions based on ego, and then that gets in the way of your leadership. I genuinely think, actually, until we shift the leadership paradigm, here I go, I'm off. Until we shift the leadership paradigm and put feelings first leadership. Kate Jenkinson, she talks about this, feelings first leadership. Until you can start handling your emotions, processing your emotions, accepting the fact that feelings drive your behavior, like we're constantly going to have this. How many people do we have to talk down from their emotional rants like this one because they want to like do something that would completely fuck things up for people? Like, come on. It's all the time.
Genuinely, I think that was probably a good 40% of my job was talking down the 100%. SLT from some dramatic scenario they decided they wanted to concoct. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. 100%. Andrew, thank you for your comment again. So many companies where HR is done well and leads the agenda. Yes, that was definitely my last corporate. Absolutely. And you're absolutely correct. HR doesn't and shouldn't own culture. What HR needs to own is the recording of the unwritten constitution. Yes. No other function has the ability to bring this to life. Once every leader understands this, the business works better. Yes, I think you're right. I think there is something in that. And I'm trying desperately not to use wanky HR words now, but like values, vision, mission, behaviors, what do we do around here? Like that kind of stuff is so important. And I think, again, that's another one that just gets put into the either too hard to do box by leaders, or this is too soft so it can go over here. And then nobody realizes that it's really important. Like the big metric that I love about my last corporate was we 3 times the revenue in 5 years. From 25 million to 75 million. That is absolutely colossal. And I genuinely believe that my part in that was about translating a business plan that was 14 pages of a dusty old Word document into something that people understood. That's what 3x the revenue. Instead of having 5 stuffy senior leaders being very arrogant, thinking they can deliver the entirety of the budget, we gave it to 150, 200 staff. And that's how it worked. That's how we did it. There's no magic to it as such. It's like a translation piece where you suddenly enable people to understand that yes, every single thing that you're doing in your role is adding to our revenue, and it, by the way, if you do this, you're adding X% to the bottom line. Like, that's powerful. That's really powerful stuff. I feel like we've gone on a rant and I can't come back. I feel like we've gone down a ranty cul-de-sac and now we can't come back from it. I do have a question from Andy, which is an interesting one. Andy's really good for interesting questions. So Andy has said, what warnings would Lindsay and Emma give to first-timers like Amelia about PGDT? I'll start us off so that you can think. For me, there's something about the event can be overwhelming. So there's lots of stuff going on. It can be quite loud. People living their truth can be also quite overwhelming. So I always think there's some kind of watch out for this can be a lot. But I think the catch-all that I have for that is we do have quiet room spaces, and that's really important to me as well. So we have a lovely quiet room, beanbags, cushions, music, lighting, eye masks, like all nice relaxing space. So that would be my watch out. Like, it can be overwhelming and a lot, but we do have quiet spaces for everybody as well. So what do you have, Emma, for your little watch out, do you think?
Yeah, that would be what I would say, to be honest. I'm actually someone who like gets really overwhelmed with lots of noise and lots of stuff around me. So I was at a hosted table there, there's a lot of stuff on the table, there's a lot of noise, you know. So for me, I was like, oh my God. Even though like I've got a big personality, that's my reality. So the ability to kind of take yourself off and feel okay with doing that. Like, there's no one making you sit in your seat and go, you must stay here all day. Like, that's not what happens. So just being brave enough to like go, actually, no, I do need to step outside for a minute. That's absolutely
exactly
fine. I don't think we're kind of taught that we can do that normally in events, because it's all very like stuffy and I should sit here in case I get seen standing up, but that you won't experience that. But so do feel brave enough to like prioritize yourself on that day, and if you need to step out, then do it.
Yeah, I love that. And for you, Lindsay, what do you think?
I think there's a couple of things for me. One is just alluding to what you said earlier, is the overwhelmness. But I mean, I was laughing, crying, feeling sad, feeling elated, feeling overwhelmed. Like, your journey of emotions on that day is going to be like a roller coaster, but it's all good. And don't fear it, lean into it, because it's telling you something. And I think the other thing is you're going to forget a lot of names. Like, I still can't remember. Even in our Geek chat, I'm still trying to figure out who is who, and faces to faces, faces to names. So don't be fearful of forgetting people's names. It's a geek thing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And we do have, like, and again, I've got it on my board, but I'm too scared to take it down. I'll do it for next time. Like lanyards and little kind of badges, but they are actually quite chunky because I'm Captain Blindo. Like, so if someone gives me a name badge that's like this big, I'm not gonna be able to read it. So everybody does have like lanyards with like a little card on that's got their name on and stuff and pronouns. But it's also got on there your I think I've called it superpower, hidden talent this year. And that is the bit that we've got that helps with the networking side of things. So whatever you got a shocked face on, or you're just looking at the screen, I can't tell. No,
I can't remember what the hell I put my superpower down as.
This is what makes it so hilarious. And somebody did. I won't say who it is. Somebody did message me and go, "Oh my God, I've just seen your post where you share like hidden talents on people's lanyards. Like, oh my God, I don't think I can." I'm like, "Mate, it's okay. Do you want to change it?" And they're like, "No, fuck it. I'm going to say it." I can't wait to see this person on the day, and I'll be like, "Let me read your card." So yes, that's also quite fun. But yes, I think you're right. There's definitely like a lot about the day. But you're right, actually, Lindsay, to like lean into it. Like, we'll meet you where you're at, I think.
Yeah.
So if you're like ready to lean into it, we are all here. Equally, if you're like, I'm just gonna let that one bounce off me, like, that's okay too. And I've got, like, literally right here, as if I had planned it, is one of my favourite goodie bag inclusions. You see that? Branded tissues that say ugly crying kit. Warning, side effects of attending TGDT may include ugly crying, new besties, a hangover, and the overwhelming urge to fix the HR profession. So yes, that would be my warnings. I like that question, Andy. Thank you. If anybody else wants to drop in questions, please feel free to do so. We'll answer them live in the next 11 minutes. I'm gonna put Ian's comment up here because I feel like Ian is now fueling the fire of our ranty cul-de-sac. Lack of understanding that people are the commercial heart of a business is completely the issue, Ian. So yes, thank you for that one. I completely agree with that. I have somebody who's popped up as LinkedIn user. I'm not sure who this could be, but I found in organisations where HR report into finance and HR are not as strategic. Yes, there's conflict because finance feel HR costs money. The leaders need to change their own mindset about being confident while delivering and demonstrating and shouting about it. when you have a CEO who knows to value HR adds, it is always a massive plus. Yeah.
Totally agree with that.
The jobs where I feel like I've like smashed it have been where I've had a really good CEO who just gets it. Like they must be perfect at all costs. But yes, I feel you. Sue has also dropped in. Sue, I absolutely have feels for you on this one. Late to the party, but I'm often asked, what value do I bring to the company? I work with lots of startups. This is always interesting. Do other departments get asked this? Yes, that is always my bloody response. It's like, have you asked marketing, finance, and IT the same things then? Because we all deliver services into the business. So yes, thank you for joining us in our ranty cul-de-sac. Ian's added, your best marketing tool is your workforce. If they don't get it, that's designed to fail. Yes, destined to fail. Yes, yes, yes. Andrew, you're dropping all the comment bombs today. Thank you for these. As CHRO, I've had CTO, CEO, Chief Auditor, Chief Procurement Officer, Chief Customer Officer, and others report to their multiple companies. None of these had any existential angst about the reporting line. HR really does need to be more confident in its own ability wherever it reports. Don't make that your last comment. It's great. Yeah, you're right. There is something about HR, like but I think we've been bred into that, haven't we? Like been bred into like this, literally where Emma started, bred into prove your value, show your worth, demonstrate ROI, and of course that then creates that like angst about, well, hang on a minute, what if I'm so important, I'm proving all this value and no one else is, why am I reporting into the finance manager and everybody else is reporting into the CEO? Like I think some of that is like an organizational factor as well as our own confidence. I think it's twofold. So yes, thank you.
I also wonder, like I'm pondering that, because I'm like why would there be any angst for them not reporting into the CEO? Like the point is, I suppose, what I would kind of add to that is our experience of delivering HR, it is different depending on where you're reporting to and the kind of supporting that you and backing that you have at a senior level. So if you are the person responsible for the overall employee experience, and yet you don't have very good contact with the person who is overall responsible for the overall organisation, you are going to be a little bit blocked.
Yeah, so like twice removed. Yeah.
Procurement auditor are not going to experience that same thing. So I'm like, yeah, I totally agree in the confidence piece, like not disagreeing on that. I'm just also wondering, like, would it necessarily produce the same level of angst when when you don't, interact in the same way?
I'd love to
like
walk into an
organizational level
organisation.
responsibility.
Yeah, so I was going to say I'd love to walk into an organisation and go, and now finance is reporting into HR. Let's see how that lands.
Probably not well. Probably not well.
I would love that. What would you? This is a good question. What would you do if you could literally go into an organisation that you'd worked in before and like fuck shit up just for one day? Like, I think I'd do that, Lindsay. I feel like I'd do that. I'd put finance into HR.
I'd totally do that.
I'd fire most of the leadership team, I think.
Yes. Oh, could you imagine? Like, imagine how fun it would be. Like, it'd be like the Wild West. Like, see ya. Like,
you know what we need? We need, like, what was that film recently? The reverse, the male female one.
Yes.
We need HR
Sacha Baron
finance
Cohen one.
Yeah. What was? Amelia, did you say the name?
I didn't.
No. I can't remember what it is, but like that, we need that, right? Of the that would be hilarious. That's on next TikTok, so Michelle.
Done.
Script it. Done.
I think it was ladies. Was it ladies first or something like that?
Ladies first.
That's it. I think it was something like that. Yeah. That's what we need. I love this.
Yeah, I do kind of think that if I won the lottery, I might, just for shits and kicks or whatever the phrase is, go and just like buy a holding stake in like one particular company that was really crap, and just hi guys.
I'm back. Love it. Being wheeled in like Hannibal Lecter on your little trolley.
That's an image I wasn't thinking of.
I'm the CEO now. Get the sellotape out. Sellotape the island open.
I love that we've gone full like Saw now with our answers.
I love that nobody's commenting on this from a HR point of view. It is wrong to sellotape directors' islands.
Gone too far.
I'm just thinking of how to change the nice Chianti, like nice
Chianti.
Add it to the list of benefits in the end of all jobs.
Yeah.
Oh, that is gold. That is gold. What would you say to someone who's hovering about their ticket? I'm going to go Lindsay first for this one. What would you say to somebody who's hovering about buying a ticket?
Other than just press the damn button. I think you'll get so much more out of the day than you actually realize. Like it for me, it kind of it wasn't just about the day, it was about the ripple effect afterwards and the level of confidence it gave to me, which we talked about earlier, but also kind of being able to know that there's a network of people that I can reach out to. But also it kind of forced me to reflect on a lot of things that had happened and kind of helped me get my mindset right. So that ripple effect after the event was crucial for me. And we've done other events. We went to Laura Brunton's, didn't we, earlier this year? And whenever you go to something like that, there's always the ripple effect. So it's not just about the event, it's about the effect afterwards as well. So
I love that. Susanna said that in our first live. She was like, I was just processing for months afterwards. And I was like, that is the magic. Like, that's the thing. So yeah, I love that. What about you, Emma?
I operate off a system of say yes and then work out how to do it afterwards. So yeah, say yes, just say yes, and then everything will fall into place. And like you say, I think when you come to stuff like this, you just don't know you can't really explain what the potential benefits can be. Just take a risk on yourself, say yes, and work out the rest of it afterwards. Yeah,
love this. And Amelia, you're going to come out with some kind of cracker, I know you are, but go on. Yeah, what would you say? What would you say for somebody who's hovering over buying a ticket?
I've just been reading Sue's comment in the chat there, by the way, and please don't apologize, Sue. I'm so with you.
No, Sue, we're here for it. We are down the run with you.
I would kind of echo Lindsay's comments in that I think the benefits will be more than just the event itself. So the connections that you make, being part of the geek community as well. It's just a really good community to be part of, and the people that you will meet and that you will encounter, they're just really, really great. And yeah, it just come. I think it's really just do it. You want to.
JFBI, just fucking buy it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. JFBI.
I was going to say come to the dark side, but it's come to the pink. Come to the pink side.
There'll be a bit of dark, I promise.
Yeah, there'll be you and Kirsty in black.
Yeah.
I've got to share Sue's comments because they're making me laugh. So Sue said, I would do the same. I take over control in terms of shares and fire them all. Yes, queen. Then we have, I would be so rich, I would not care if the company folded. Give all the employees a good payoff as they always get forgotten. Love this. And then the apology that was not needed but was still hilarious. Sorry, it's been a long day and the heat is getting to me.
Never apologise.
No. Apology not needed.
Not required. Not required at all. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I have genuinely had so much fun, and I said this last time, my face hurts from laughing so much. Like, I genuinely have sore face. For Lindsay and Emma, what 2 words would you use to describe TGGT?
Oh my god.
That's me.
Yeah, sorry.
I love Emma's face right now.
No, the words are in my head. I've got energetic.
Nice.
That's the only one.
I've got one. I'll take that. I'll take one.
Yeah.
Lindsay, what about you?
I want to say soul sisters, but we've got men. So
soul people.
Yeah, soul people. But
nice.
Yeah, soul sisters. I think is kind of like, it really hits you to your core. I think that's what I experienced last year. It really hit me to my core, and it was just kind of like, yes, I've got it. I've found, like, 20 years of searching. Like, Michelle, what were you doing for the last 20 years?
I've been beaten down by organisations.
But yeah.
No, I love this. Thank you. And Amelia, if we give you the same question, but perhaps for geeks, because you've not been to the event, what 2 words would you use to describe geeks? And I really want to say the one that's in my head, that you know what's in my head, but I'm not going to say it.
I probably don't. See, I was thinking that for the last 20 years, maybe you were just gestating in an egg, but that was, that was floating in my head.
Yeah, with like a little disco egg, and then ta-da, here I came.
100% pink disco egg. The 2 words in my head, and I think one of them is 1 word. Don't tell me it's 2. I'm going to go for brilliantly batshit.
Yes, love this. Yeah, we're calling that 1 word. Batshit is definitely 1 word. I love this.
I've got my second one.
Go on.
Real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that means a lot, actually. Yeah, I definitely feel that. And I think that's where, I think I said it maybe last live or 2 lives ago, where I was like, I couldn't show up if it wasn't like a space where I could be authentic. And it's the same with HR Big Meet, and it's the same with Kirsty's Evolving HR. Like, I couldn't do those events if I couldn't be me. Like, if I had to mask or like pretend to be someone else, I just couldn't do it. I could not sustain that level of energy all day.
Same.
And so it's really important just to, yeah, you're right, be real and be yourself and live that. Love that. Love that. Thank you. Well, we're at time. I think this is possibly the one that has gone the absolute quickest for me. So thank you so much for bringing me so much joy, team. I have absolutely loved today. Everybody but Emma, I will see you in September. Sorry, friend. And Emma, I'll see you on TikTok because you're bound to do something now.
100%.
So thank you, everybody, for commenting. Thank you for being a part of it. And we'll see you all next week. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.